Balaya. Balaya. Hi everybody, it's Esiri and welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you doing?
Hang on.
What's wrong?
The camera's like down. There you go.
Much better. I hope you're doing good. Today I have Carson here with me again. He doesn't know what we're going to be doing today as always because I always
What do you mean as always?
I never always tell you what we're doing most of the time though. I always say, babe, just come, we're doing a video.
That's not true. You try to do that and then I usually get it out of you, but today I couldn't. So I have no idea why I'm here.
Anyways guys, so today we're going to be talking about your time in Lagos, Nigeria.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So guys, Carson, okay, why am I even talking about it? You tell us, so when did you visit Nigeria?
Look
at the camera.
Sorry. December of 2018 into January of 2018.
December 2017.
That's what I said.
You said 18.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help when you're like, look at the camera. You're like,
anyways, yeah, so he visited in December 2017. Basically New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
You came in New Year's Eve of December 2017 and then, yeah. And why did you come to Nigeria?
To marry your drunk ass. She's not drunk.
Yes, he came to put a ring on it and then marry me in the same week. Literally, we were engaged today and 4 days after we were married.
No bachelor parties, no bachelorette parties.
Nothing. Yeah. All in a week we transitioned from being engaged to married in 1 week because that was all we had literally.
Yeah.
You had just 1 week from work and we had to make it work. And okay, so first time in Nigeria and Africa as a whole, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so what was your thought process from leaving your house in Korea to the airport till you got to Lagos? I just walk us through your thought process.
That was a fun experience for me because I remember, and I'm pretty sure I've told you this, but
yeah.
Obviously I'll tell the camera. I remember the moment I was like, oh shit, I'm in Africa. I remember it so clearly.
Okay.
So I'm in the airport in Dubai, or was I in Abu Dhabi? Whatever. I was in the UAE.
Yeah.
And waiting for the flight. So obviously it's a flight to Lagos. So basically it's all Nigerians, except for like a couple Indians and the occasional Chinese person or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm the only white guy. That's
okay.
what I'm trying to say. Right?
Yeah.
So obviously I'm in the right place. I'm on the right flight.
Yeah.
And I remember, fun story first. Let's put a pin in that and back up. So I'm talking to this girl. She's like, what are you doing here?
I remember this story.
What are you doing here? Like, what are you doing, white boy? You look completely out of place. So I'm chit-chatting with her. I'm like, oh, I'm going to meet my girlfriend. She's like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get married this week. And she's like, oh, that's really cute. Wait. And then she gets all serious. And I'm like, what? She's like, have you guys met before? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, like you didn't like
meet her online.
And she looked around like the scammers would be listening, and she was like, you didn't meet online, did you? And I was like, no, I met her in England. And she was like, okay, so you've met before.
But you know each other.
And I was like, yeah, I'm not just gonna get kidnapped in Nigeria. She was like, oh, okay, good. And then she warmed up.
Yeah, she thought you were being scammed by them.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
But anyways, back to it. So I'm on the flight, whatever. It's all Nigerians. I'm chit-chatting with a couple of guys. This nice professor who never called me. He said he was going to call me about a thing we were talking about.
How was he going to call you? Did you give him a phone number?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Whose number?
I gave him, I don't remember. I gave him
my number, because
I
gave you my number to call when you get to the airport.
And I also gave him an email address, and he gave me his email address, but he never returned. So, Professor, I can't remember what, it was in Abuja, the university, but you were supposed to give me a research job, so shame on you, sir. Anyways, so again, I'm surrounded by Nigerians, everybody's talking about Nigeria, whatever, we're flying over Africa, it hasn't set in yet at all. I'm like, nah, I'm just on a plane.
Oh, you were on the plane already at this time? Okay.
On the plane, whatever. Sleep, yeah. Land in Lagos, still hasn't set in yet. It's just,
I know what you're gonna say!
Walk down the stairs, go through customs, everyone's black, everyone's Nigerian, still hasn't set in yet. get my bags, try to leave the baggage collection. And I'm just like, God, I was looking back, I smartened up in that 7 days, man. I was so naive. Like adorably naive. Dangerously naive. I'm just like,
oh my God, so
I've got my bags, I'm gonna see Esiri, I'm all happy. And this customs officer guy or whatever, I don't know, airport security, he had a uniform on, he probably wasn't even in the right place. Just chatting with this other guy.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to walk past and he sees me and he's just like, hey, come here. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't go through any like baggage check thing to get into the country. I just basically had to get my passport stamped. So, you know, that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
A little impromptu. There's no like screening. He's just standing there in the hallway. And I'm like, hey, and he's like, hey man, how are you? And he's really friendly. And he's just like, how are you today? I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm a little tired. I've been flying. I flew from Korea, so I'm pretty tired. He's like, wow, Korea, that's really cool. Where are you headed today? I'm like, I'm just into Lagos. And he's like, oh, what are you doing in Lagos? And I was like, well, I'm actually, I'm coming to meet my girlfriend who's going to be my fiance soon, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, wow, congratulations. That's super cool. I'm like, yeah. And then he just kind of nods. He's smiling. And then he's just like, give me money. And I was just like, what?
Oh my God.
And then he looked at me like, give me money.
Oh.
But the thing about it, it wasn't a threat and it wasn't a joke. He just looked at me like, look, dude, you know that I want money,
so
just give me money. Like, why are you wasting time? And I was just like,
You're like,
for what?
Like what?
Because,
what?
Right, but like, I've been in occasional situations before where you can tell when people want like a tip or a bribe or something.
Yeah.
But there was nothing, like, he didn't do anything.
No, this
for
one, it was like he's entitled to the money.
Yeah, like if he had been like, here, let me help you to the front of the line, give me some money, that I would have been like, okay, I understand what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But just out of nowhere, he's just like, give me money. And I was just kind of like,
okay.
I mean,
I don't even know why I'm laughing. I should be ashamed because this is like something very serious, like back home. Like even Nigerians that are probably watching this would know that people kind of extort you a lot at the airport. Like you pay money to go into the airport if you're waiting for someone, blah blah blah. Like people just want to take money from you at the airport any opportunity to get. And the people are always like, if you're going to the airport, make sure you don't have any cash with you.
Which is funny because I had a lot of cash.
Make sure you don't have any cash with you because sometimes these people would actually tell you to open your bag so they can actually, if you're like, no, I don't have any money, we'd be like, okay, open your bag, let me see if you really don't have any money with
that's
you.
The part.
It's so embarrassing and annoying, but yeah, whatever.
That's the part that, like, when he was like, give me money, like I had already been like, all right, I'll just give this guy some money. And I'm really glad he didn't push it because I was not prepared for that at all, right? Like if he had been like, this isn't enough money, so I gave him like, I don't know, I think it was I had a $10 bill or something, and I was just like, here you go, and he was just like, thanks man, have a good day. And I'm really glad because if he had escalated that, like I was jet lagged as all hell. I'm working on like 4 hours of sleep. I'm in a strange country.
21-hour layover.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have any idea what to do, right? So I was just like, that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me. Like whatever, man. You're an airport guy and you want some money. You know what? If giving a dude $10 means I just get to move on with my day and I don't have to deal with any bullshit, I'm gonna give the guy $10. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah. So I was just like, here you go, and he was like, thanks, man. Have a good day.
So that was when it dawned on you.
That's when I was like, oh fuck! Like I'm in a new country with new rules here, and I am not ready for this. So then I'm standing now. What's Mohammed Murtala Airport? So I assumed there would be like an area, like a
a waiting area,
check-in or whatever you call it, arrivals area.
Arrival, yeah.
So I walk into like the arrivals area, and there's like clearly like a couple of restaurants, and there's like a taxi place, and I'm like, okay, well I don't know where Esiri is. I don't know where she is. I don't want to go anywhere just yet. I'm gonna collect my bearings. I'm just gonna stand right here for a minute. I'm just gonna wait. And I'm chatting with this like cab guy. He's like, do you need me to call you a taxi?
Okay, wait, hold on, guys. Before you think I did not come to meet him at the airport, actually, I was at the airport 3 hours before his plane landed. but you cannot go into the airport at the arrival section. They always tell you to wait outside if you come to pick someone up, and you just have to wait outside the airport. I don't know why there's that rule. It's really annoying, but yeah, so I was outside waiting for Carson to come out of the airport. So I was there 3 hours before time. Okay, continue.
So yeah, and I assumed it was probably like at that point I was like, okay, well she's obviously, I know Esiri and I know she's gonna be here.
Yeah.
It's not like she's not here. Or I was like, you know, I don't know anything about Legos. For all I know, she's held up in traffic. And I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna panic. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm in an airport. I'm chilling. I've got money. There's a restaurant right here.
You can just go
I can just sit down and eat chicken all day if I have to. So I'm just waiting. The second thing that I was like, right, see, this is like when you've only been to like developing world or developed world countries before.
Yeah.
You've never been to the developing world or like the southern hemisphere or anywhere near the equator.
Yeah.
You know, this is like the second thing that I was like, you know, I gotta adjust my tune here a little bit. What the girl from the plane came out and she was like, oh, you're out already. I was like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my girlfriend, which I'm actually surprised that she didn't tell me to go outside. Like, because everybody seemed to know that you had to wait outside.
I mean, I don't know.
Whatever. Anyways, but she was like, I had my backpack on, right? I had my backpack in my little suitcase, and she was like, you should turn your backpack to the front.
So
and I was like, what? And she's like, someone will just out the back. And I was like, holy fuck, that was like...
You didn't tell me this one.
Oh, I
This is the first time you're telling me.
Well, I was like, that's actually like a really smart thing, like anywhere, really. If you're in any new place, you should do shit like that.
Yeah.
But so I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, cool, okay, have a good time. So then I'm waiting for a bit, and then this guy, so at this point now, my head's on a swivel. Now I'm just like...
How long have you been waiting?
Probably about 20 minutes or 25 minutes.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm in a new country. I gotta remember, I've already been like extorted basically once, and the girls, like, people will literally steal out of your back pocket. So like, she was actually like, come on, man, like, you should be more careful.
You should be alert.
Yeah, just like it doesn't. It's not like
shine your eyes.
Yes,
basically.
exactly.
Shine your eyes.
That's right. And so at this point, I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna clutch all my shit here, and I'm starting to get a little like everyone's out to get me. And then this guy comes up to me, and he's got like an airport like a collared shirt. He wasn't like a cop or anything.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But he was like, hey, do you need help? Like, I can get you a taxi or something. And I was like, what? But no, actually, that's not how he worded it. Because the way he worded it made me suspicious. Because he was like, do you need some help? And I was like, no, I'm just going to wait for my girlfriend. And he was like, oh, okay. Because I can help you out if you need it. And I was kind of like, with what exactly? And he's like, well, like, whatever you need, man. Whatever you need. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
what does that mean?
Yeah, like,
where are you?
What does that mean? Like, are you trying to sell me drugs? Are you trying to get me prostitutes?
Oh my God.
Are you trying to like, oh, get in my car and like, I'll get you a and he's like, no, like, I'll get you a taxi or something.
Oh
and I was like, no, it's all good, man. I'll just wait. And then, so finally, as I'm just kind of chatting with this guy, because I'm just like, I don't even like, I remember actually asking him, like, do you even work here?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, dude, I got this shirt. And I was like, man, at this point, I don't trust anyone.
Anybody can have that shirt at this point.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't believe in anybody anymore.
Oh my God.
And then luckily, out of the same place that I had just come, this family that I had met in Dubai came out, and they gave me their phone number on the plane and everything, and they were like, you should call us if you have any problems, whatever. But they came out and they were like, hey, you're still here. And I was like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my girlfriend. I'm not sure where she is. And they were like, oh, well, here, let's call her, because I had her number.
Yeah.
So then we called
you. Good thing I gave you my number, man.
I mean, I don't think we, like, yes, good thing, but I don't think we would have been dumb enough not to give me some information.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something. But anyway, so then I called her and then heard her voice, and she was like, I'm outside. Turns out she was like 50 feet away. Like,
I was
there's a
so
door.
happy to hear your voice.
Should we upload? You should edit in right here.
Where we reunited.
The shaky.
Actually, guys, the reunification
Yes.
was 2 years, because Carson and I were 2 years. We did 2 years of long distance relationship. So from 2015 December 28th to like 2017 December 31st, we did not see each other at all. So exactly 2 years and like 3 days after we met each other. So that was like,
awful.
I know, that was like a reunion of after 2 years of not seeing each other at all. So it was really beautiful.
Whenever we talk about this stuff, like, I get like PTSD.
Yeah, you always get anxiety whenever
I do. Don't go anywhere, please. I need to remember that you're right here.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna put a little clip of when we reunited after 2 years. It was a cute moment. It was very emotional for me, but yeah. So we met.
So you came out, we'll show the video. You ran up, you gave me a big hug, and I remember you cried on my chest.
A little bit.
Yeah, and it was a sob. There was a there was a shoulder heap.
Yeah.
And I was really happy. It was really fucking hot. Because it was winter in Korea at the time, so I was like, oh god, I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
But no, the last moment at the airport for me was after I hugged you. We gave a big kiss.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, this guy behind us. What did he say?
It was like, good one, my friend, something like that.
No, he said,
a good one.
He tapped me on the shoulder and I turned and he was like, my friend, you got yourself a fine sister.
Oh yeah, that's what he
I
said.
mean, in a Nigerian accent, which I'm not going to try to imitate here. But that was pretty funny. I got like street cred with a bunch of dudes that were like, oh, he's not here on business. He's got a beautiful girlfriend. All right. I was like, the amount of street cred I earned, which, by the way, that's a thing. Why is that a thing?
Can you move him a little bit so you know how to focus?
The amount of like street cred you get, I don't know what else to call it, so I'm just gonna call it street cred. Well, I mean, because like whenever we go out and we see other black people from like, there's like a lot of African students at some of the universities, or like in Nigeria, like most of the time, if we're just like walking down the street as a couple, nobody cares. But especially in Nigeria, if I was like standing alone, everyone around me, like I just got this, not chilly, but just sort of like, what's this white guy doing here kind of thing, right? But then the minute you like came up to me and you were like, hey, and like were very obviously with me, immediately people would like warm up and be more receptive. And I've seen that here too, whereas like at you know, our favorite couple of the clubs we go to, like all the students, the African students, they'll be like whatever, but then the minute you were very obviously with me, immediately they're like buddy with me.
Immediately you start to turn up.
Yes, good tune.
Okay, all right. Next question about your trip, because we've really talked for a long time. I had no idea. Okay, so what was like your favorite part about your whole time there? Like we did so many things, not a lot because we only had 1 week together. But what was like your favorite thing we did, or like your favorite place we went to, those kind of things?
You put me on the spot. Look, that whole week was so wild. Not in terms of like what we did, but just like I was in Korea 1 minute, then I was in the United Arab Emirates the next, and then I was in Nigeria engaged and getting married on my birthday the next. So that 7-day span was like fucking bonkers. Yeah. That's like the craziest week. Like I've been on like, well, let's go to a concert for a weekend. Woo! We're gonna party all weekend. Like those kinds of weekends are fun, but you know what you're getting into. But that week was crazy. And in hindsight, favorite part, like honestly, nothing really we did. I mean, going to that big ass market was really
was gonna
cool.
say, don't you think the market was like so Carson went to Balogun market. If you don't know Balogun market, it's the biggest market in Lagos. Like it's so packed, it's so busy, and I was like literally a little bit scared when we were gonna go, because we went, Carson, me, and my mom and my dad, we went there because we had to go look for rings to buy, because you know everything was so like short, we had to buy rings and stuff like that. And I thought that was gonna be like your favorite moment, because that was like an overwhelming experience.
Well, it was like a noteworthy minute, but I think my favorite part honestly was just like meeting your friends and family, because like I'd never met any of them. Yeah. And your friends are freaking awesome.
Like
and
you've been talking to my family for a long time on phone.
And your mom and dad are
friends
great.
and
meeting your brother. Well, I mean, this actually still like I haven't adjusted my head to this. Like your brother and sister are now my brother and sister. So like meeting my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law was super cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna insert some pictures of Carson at the market. Remember when you entered the keke?
Oh yeah, your dad's like, we need a picture. Actually, no, that's my favorite moment of the whole trip, and I've mentioned it to you before. I don't know why, this image just stuck out. When we were walking in the market, and your mom was in front of us like this regal queen / bodyguard, and she was just parting the crowd like the Red Sea.
It's because like the market is very crowded, and there's like so many people there that are out to like steal and stuff. So you are like at a more vulnerable. What's the word I'm looking for? You being white.
I stand out like a sore thumb.
You stand out because you're white. And so like, and the thing is, when most like, I don't want to generalize, but most times back home, when we see a white person, we always tend to attach richness or wealth to that person. Like, oh my God, this person is white. This person must probably be rich. So seeing you in the market like that, my mom was just in front making sure nobody comes close to you.
But it was awesome.
My mom was ready to punch anybody.
But like nobody fucked with your mom either.
My mom was in front,
stereotypical.
my dad was behind,
and
we were in the middle.
I like the way your dad did it though, because he wasn't like, all right, I'm a bodyguard. He was just like, I'm gonna be back here on my phone. I'm just gonna saunter, make sure no one comes up behind you. But he was just chill. But your mom was just walking with a purpose, and she was like, seriously, like old Egyptian, like Nubian queen, and people were just parting, and I was just like, damn.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
Mama Magitosis.
My mom was like, I gotta guard him.
Yeah, I never felt more safe in my life than with your mom. I could have been surrounded by Nigeria. Well, actually, I probably would have felt less safe being surrounded by police of any country. But I could have been surrounded by like burly, like MMA fighters, and I would have felt less safe than with your mom in front. Like I'll kill anybody who.
For me, I think that was like one of the best things. Like we did for me, like in terms of like what we did together. I don't know, it's just one of those things, because I feel like you come to Lagos, you go to the beach like we went to, you see all the nice restaurants, you go to the movies, all those places, but taking you to like the market is like it's like the core, you know what I mean? Like it's like everything is there. You see like how people really are like in the country and stuff like that. I mean, we only went to Lagos, but yeah, that was like my favorite thing we did.
And I remember one of those classic moments. It's probably like a mansplaining moment, but I don't know what to call it, but just a moment where I was like, okay, I've been owned, I've been humbled. When you got oranges, and you I don't remember how you started, but you were just gonna. Oh yeah. You got to. There's a little boy like selling oranges. And you got a couple oranges. Yeah. And so you hand me an orange, and you take an orange, and you just peeled it, and you bit into it like an apple, right? Like you were just like.
Yeah.
And it was kind of messy, right? Yeah. And so I looked at it and I was like, well, why did you because like citrus fruits, they have like individual pieces, right? Yeah. So like when you bite it like an apple, you make a mess, right? So I was like, why don't you just peel it? And you were like, well, you can't.
No.
And I was like, what do you mean you can't? It's an orange.
You peel the skin out, you cut it into half, and then you eat the juice like that.
But those oranges were different than what they tasted very similar, but they were different than like an orange back home. You can peel an orange in pieces.
Tangerine, you can peel. Yeah. Whenever it's tangerine season back home, you peel tangerine like this. But like those oranges, man, we don't have time to peel. We take out the skin with knife and
But the funny part was, because I looked at you like, what are you doing? You're being a savage over here, being barbarian. And so I tried to peel the orange, but the rind and the skin wasn't strong enough. It's a really soft inside orange. Yeah. So basically I just had a pile of orange pulp in my hands after. And I remember looking over at you, and you kind of like had the orange and you were just biting it, and you kind of had your eyebrow raised like, I fucking told you. I don't know why you don't.
How we eat it? Why didn't you do it? Why?
Like I don't know why I didn't listen in that moment. I was like, I know what I'm doing, and I just felt like an idiot.
I'm a white person.
Yeah, I am a white, straight male. I know the right way to do things.
This is the right way.
Oh my God, what have I done?
Oh yeah, that was funny. Okay, last question, because I feel like this video is gonna be really long, and I don't want it to be really long. Okay. So obviously before you came to Nigeria, you've had so many Nigerian food before. Yeah. But you had a couple of new ones. So which was your favorite? I already know what it is, but I want you to say it.
Well, now I want to say the other one that I had, just so that you know.
Which one was?
I had a Nigerian style breakfast that was kick-ass at the hotel.
What did they have?
Well, I remember because on the menu they had like you
had egg sauce with plantain.
Yeah, but there was like on the menu they had like English breakfast, which was like scrambled eggs, omelet type thing.
Yeah.
And then they had, I think it was on the menu, it was called African breakfast.
Okay.
I mean, obviously it's just the name of the bread, but it was eggs and like the spicy sauce. But the eggs were in the sauce, so it was like scrambled eggs in the egg sauce.
Oh yeah, egg sauce with plantain.
And then with plantain, and that was like really good.
No, but I think your favorite was the asun.
Yes, of course it
was.
was.
Oh, he had asun for the first time.
I had it like 7 times when we were there. I didn't stop eating.
You were like, let's go have asun again.
It was so
today.
good. Oh, it was so yummy.
Yeah, Carson loves spicy food, so spicy things does not phase him out.
But also but like Nigerian, it's just Nigerian red meat is kick ass, or I guess probably West African style, where you guys like boil it and then you fry it so it's like crispy on the outside but it's like super tender on the inside. Yeah. And then you cover it in a delicious sauce and
it was that.
Oh, now I'm so hungry. I'm legit like you're probably gonna hear it on camera. My belly's like right now.
Oh, it was good times. It was an amazing 1 week. It was very short. It went by too fast, but it was fun. And at the end we got to get married. It was cool.
God, what a wild trip.
Yeah.
What?
Anywho, guys, I think this is the end of the video.
Sure.
The trip was fun. It was nice. We had a good time. Plus, it was so nice to see Carson again after 2 years. He looked so different from the last time I saw him in 2015. Even though we've been talking on the phone non-stop all through those 2 years, he looked really different. But yeah, here we are today. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my Instagram. And also, guys, I do have like our court wedding video, but the quality is a little bit and I'm like going back and forth if I should post it or not. But if some of you say you want to see it regardless of the quality, I might post it because I already edited it, but I'm like still indecisive. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in our next video.